Hello and welcome to day 11 of Blueprints. Thanks so much for joining me. Hope you're having a great day. And we're starting the day with 70 steps. Thanks to the apple orchard. We also, yesterday, in case you missed it, spoilers I guess, feel free to check out yesterday's video just in case. Check out the Blueprints playlist as well. If you're joining in the middle here, you want to see how we got here so far to day 11, everything that's happened along the way, feel free to check out the previous days. Anyway, yesterday we unlocked the Westgate path, which gave us access to the outer room. So we should probably go do that before we get going here. But we also have an amount of allowance now. We can start a day with $4. But yeah, we opened the gate here for the west path. What is it called? Just Westgate path. No, for sure. So for the longest time I've been seeing this bridge and I've been like, okay, well this bridge obviously, surely it goes somewhere. And so yesterday we unlocked this area and saw this door and I clicked on the door thinking I was going to need a key for sure. Lo and behold, oh my god, we get to draft. Okay. Trading posts. We can trade items, I guess. So if we find some items, we could maybe come back and trade them for stuff that's more useful. But that requires coming back. So I don't know about the trading post. The shrine, make an offering, receive a blessing. I don't even know what that means. And then the hovel. Special floor plans now cost additional steps instead of gems? Instead of gems. Steps instead of gems? Special floor plans. Okay. The shrine is really intriguing. And because of that, I'm gonna do it. The shrine. Holy. Oh, making an offering of money may result in the bestowal of a beneficial blessing that will last for several days. I'll give you all my money. The blessing of the high roller. Each time you draft a shop room, gain a dice. Gain 5 extra coins each time you roll a dice for the next 3 days. Cool. Okay, so shops give us dice. And when we roll a dice, we get $5. Okay. I'll take it. Not too shabby. Is there anything behind? Just hands. Prayer. Prayer hands. Okay. Alright. Cool. Cool room. So that does, of course, take a couple of steps at the beginning of the day to do, but I think it's worth it. And then our fountain as well has been drained and has a staircase going down. We're making moves, folks. We're making big money moves. Okay, so now we start the day. It takes 6 steps to go and do the outer room at the beginning of the day. Seems worth it. We got a red envelope in yesterday's video, and so yeah, this shows up on the screen here, the blessing of the high roller for the next 3 days. Does that include today? I assume that includes today. All right, let's see if we can make it worth our while. I don't really know what special rooms meant for the hovel. Maybe we'll take the hovel another day. I've got all my notes in front of me. I've got our grid, our word grid so far. I've got a handful of other notes. A couple things I've written down. The chess pieces and each of the rooms that have a chess piece. But I think the whether the chess pieces are white or black probably matters. So like I haven't differentiated that. I've written down some names of people. I've written down some some numbers and stuff that I like thought might matter, but maybe not. I've written down, oh yeah, the periodic table thingy. I guess the code and like the numbers and like the letters that each of the numbers were like corresponding to. And what else? The names of the angels that we've learned so far. There's a lot of stuff in this game, man. Anyway, we got kind of the red letter too that we read yesterday. Can't read it from the menu here, but regardless, if you want to see what that said, feel free to check out yesterday's video. But it was a little accusatory towards ol' Herbert here, which I found interesting. Anyway, 2 of these statements are true. The statement on the blue box is true. The gems are in a box with a true statement. Okay. 2 of these are true. I can't know if this is true until we figure out where the gems are, I guess. The statement on the blue box is true. Let's assume the statement on the blue box is false. That would mean this is false. And can 2 things be false? Can 2 things be false? At least one of the things is true. The gems are in a box with a true statement. The gems are in a box with a true statement. But this can only be true. Okay. The statement on the blue box is true. 2 of these statements are true. So, if this is true, and this is true, like these 2 have to be true together. These 2 are either true together or false together. If these are true together, then you're false. The gems are in a box with a true statement. So that doesn't tell me where the gems are between these 2 because they're both true. If they're both false, this is our only true box, and then this is the only thing that confirms. Instead, because the other way is a 50-50. But this way, this tells me that the gems are in here. And when you're right, you're right. Ooh, it feels good to be a gamer. Feels good to be a gamer at the parlor game. We haven't lost the parlor game yet, knock on wood. I do enjoy the parlor game. Man, I never take the corridor because I'm always like, that could be useful later. I'm just going to take the corridor early and go into the corner here because I like getting the corner and it pays off bigly. What? Okay, if we take the commissary, no, early solarium gets us cool rooms. One of the coolest days we've had so far was day 10, and we got early solarium that day. So yeah, we can come back if we have a shovel. No shovel. We have a coat check. The item in our coat check, I believe, is the car keys. Okay, let's go north from here, see if we can't go west. No, but, well, yeah, I'll go billiard room just because we get some resources early. I feel like farming resources is good if we can help it. And I like the game in here too. The darts game. 8 plus 3 is 11 times 1 is 11. 3 plus 1 is 4 times 1 is 4 times 2 is 8. Whoa. 11 plus 10 is 21 minus 20 is 1 times 15 is 15 divided by 1 is 15 divided by 5 is 3. Keys. Thank you so much. Love to get a couple of keys. Okay. So let's go maybe north from the den instead of going east from the billiard room, because I would rather go north than go west, I think. As long as we can go north. Ooh, or we could take a dead end. We have not taken the nursery yet this whole time. It's time. It's time to take the nursery. We've never been in here. It's green now because I upgraded it. Oh, and there's plants in here now. So I never saw this place like before the upgrade. So it's just green now for me. That's fine. Cute. What a cute room. Oh, they're flower beds instead of so we got a book. Red Prince. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. It's the only true color. Bro loves apples. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. So he always had a book to turn his eyes down if he was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. And do you know which book the prince always had? The one that made him happy whenever he was sad? A story he had read in the bath and the bed, and maybe you can guess with the clues that we have said. It was the story of a boy who also wore red, and he looks like our prince from his toes to his head. And as you, my reader, might already assume, this book is quite near you, in fact, in the same room. I need a magnifying glass for that, unless this is the prince. It was this one? The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. Is that what this says? For all things red, it's the only true color, the prince often said. Okay, maybe I don't need a magnifying glass for that. But I wonder if I do, if it like changes to something else. A story about you, if it needs to be said, about a red prince and his book, the red book we just read. That's the Red Prince. Okay. Other than maybe this, is there anything else that could potentially be magnifying glass or something? As far as I can tell. I really like the way these are painted. That's watercolor, right? I think. The red ruby crown. The red ruby crown. Hydrant. Rose. Red. We saw red flags before. In the Alzara, a black cat with a red flag, I think. No publisher with this one. Okay. Interesting. Oh, and there's a pawn in the nursery. Hang on, let me write that down. A white pawn specifically. Okay. Cool. Well, we finally saw the nursery for the first time. It is, again, post-upgrade, and specifically for the... What is it called again? The indoor nursery? So, whenever we draft another green room... so if we made the nursery before we made the solarium, then 2 gems would have sprouted in this room. So maybe we can come back for those at some point later in life, but I assume they show up in here. Anyway, okay, we still need to go. We got to go north from the parlor. Otherwise, that's gonna be the end for today, I think. Did I write down that the den has... Yes, I did. Has a pawn. I did. Okay, can we go north, please? I don't have a dice, so, like, we gotta go north. The aquarium? Yep. Thank you for saving my life. Oh, yeah, this is a shop, technically. That's so funny. We got a dice. Ooh, we got an early broken lever. Okay, so we can use that to open one of the... I think the south... facing antechamber door if we find the garden. If the aquarium does have a puzzle, I don't know what to do about it. So I'm not going to worry about it. So let's keep going north. Commissary. I don't have a gem. I don't have a gem, so we die. I have a dice. I'm going to roll. Pantry. Pantry saves our life. You saved our lives. We are eternally grateful. Okay. That was big. We needed a cool room like that. Bedroom kills us. Gotta be secret passage. I don't have a gem. GG. You hate to see it. Oh, we got the coin purse even. For some more money. Okay, well, since we have money, could I... Is this a pawn, or am I... Is this a pawn in hiding? On this lamp? It kind of looks like it could be a pawn, huh? Anyway. Oh, there's a pawn literally in here. Never mind. I was like, are they trying to trick me? No, they're not. Okay. Gang, I think this is going to be a bit of a shorter day. Which, I mean, given that the other day we had a 3-hour tour. We had a 3-hour day. At least we made the nursery for the first time, so I could stop freaking out about that. Bit of a bummer. I don't know. Maybe I should have taken the spare room going north from the entrance hall instead of the billiard room. But I love playing darts so much. Anyway, okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe we can go back to the shrine and see if we can give it more money before we go. But that's all I got for today, I fear. I don't think... We don't have any rooms with safes. No. At least not as far as I can tell. I think there are probably other safes that I need to find. But so far... Like, there could be a safe in this room and I just have no idea. Anyway. Yeah, let's go back to the shrine. And, I mean, we already got a blessing. So I don't know if I can, like, give it more money to either get a different blessing or maybe extend the one that we have. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to take my $9 over to the shrine and see if it'll let me. Take back gold? You have been cursed. Each time you draft a bedroom, lose a step. Each time you draft a hallway, lose a key. Each time you draft a green room, lose a gem. Each time you draft a shop, lose $1. And each time you draft a red room, lose all of the above. Cursed duration, 2 days. Okay, I would like to not be... I can't put my money back? I'm cursed? I can't put my money back? Okay, cool game, cool game. Where's the red even coming from? I can't believe. Okay, well, we're cursed. We're cursed for the next 2 days. That's fine. Tell you what. Let's just... Maybe we just include the next 2 days in this video. Do I want to do that? That would mess up the YouTube format, I guess. I could make them different days, maybe. I don't know. I'm deciding in the moment. I think I'll make them different days and maybe they'll just be short videos. Because if I'm cursed for the I'm cursed for the next 2 days. Does that include today? Maybe that's just like today and tomorrow. Anyway, okay, well, let's call it a day. I wonder if we're cursed, maybe if we could like go to the chapel and pray or something, and that might like get rid of it. Anyway, that's an interesting mechanic that I wasn't expecting. Anyway, still, 2 new rooms. We take those. We got the shrine. We finally made the nursery. So that's good. But that's going to do it for this one. I'm going to play day 12 like right now, but you're going to have to wait until tomorrow for that one. So feel free to subscribe to stay updated on new videos. Like the video if you enjoyed, if you're stoked that we got cursed. And again, if you want to see how that turns out, make sure to come back for day 12. And yeah, thanks again for watching. Have yourself a great day. I hope to see you again. Take care.